Hello YouTubies, this is King Scribe and thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm a little bit tired because the kid has kept me awake all night, but I think I've got time to make this video, and I really want to make this video because it's kind of an interesting topic and I think people need to be aware of what's happening. About the Flat Earth movement, which I call possibly a PSYOP. But it's worse than that, because what's happened now is the people who started it have actually distanced themselves from it and allowed the idiots to take over. The delusional people, the people who are easily led. You know, they convince trolls it's a good idea to be dickheads on the internet. They go about doing that and they don't get paid for it. That's the beauty of it. They don't have to pay these idiots to argue with other people just for fun. They will do it themselves. They will waste their own time arguing in a virtual reality setting where they can make no difference whatsoever to the world. In fact, you guys will probably be better outside living your life rather than being trapped in a room doing nothing. Now, here's some things I need to mention. The videos of the Flat Earth movement are very, very, very strange. Many of these videos have been artificially increased in views. The thumbs up and thumbs down ratio does not match the view count. The comment section has comments that are continuously repeating themselves. So for instance, some might say, "Oh, it's a beautiful video this, I love Flat Earth." You're likely to find that in other videos too, which means that is a fake account used to artificially make the video seem more popular. So when big YouTubers come to see it, they think that lots of people are viewing it, and they really are not. Another thing is this Flat Earth movement is supported by religious nutters. Now, not everybody religious supports it, but it's more attracted to them because when they see this, because these people are easily brainwashed, it actually validates their religion. Right? It validates them giving up girls or whatnot, so it makes them feel better that it's Flat Earth. And sometimes I think some people are just interested in this sort of thing because it's a bit unusual. It's an interesting topic, I suppose, because they like hearing about X-Files or whatnot. Now, here's another thing I need to mention. Apart from the artificial increase of popularity, the Facebook pages involved in this. You got to remember one thing, right? These Facebook pages are not real life, right? So when you go in there and you're suggested to do so by your cult leaders, right? People like Thomas, so I don't know, I'm not going to say his second name, but people like Thomas with his cult out there, right? And he says, go in there and start trolling them. You are having your energy zapped as you're doing this. They're sucking the energy out of you, because when you look at yourself from the outside, just imagine what you're doing now, how you look like from outside your own body. You will see, like I am now, talking in front of the camera. Many of you are not doing that, in a room with four walls, curtains closed. You're not even outside. So how the fuck can you be a threat to the government? How the fuck can you be a threat to anybody else? And how the fuck can you make a difference in reality when you're trapped indoors? So you're involved in a virtual reality setting. You forget that it's not part of real life. Secondly, the Facebook pages are rather interesting, aren't they? Because many of these people use fake accounts. So these Facebook pages look bigger than what they actually are. Many people go there to take the piss. Well, probably like 90%. That's interesting, isn't it? So 90% of them are taking a piss. Another 5% might go there to pretend to be something they're not, like a troll, just to wind people up. They too are wasting their time. But if you really look at yourself, you are not part of a movement at all. You've been put very deviously into a box, a virtual reality box, in which you can make no differences to society at all. It's a web page. It may as well be a house along the street with the doors closed. You're going in there, you're actually going into a door with a load of lunatics, right? That's what you're doing, and you're arguing with them, and you think the whole world knows. Facebook pages are like a house with locked doors, right? And when you go onto them, other people are not aware of that. There's not many people who follow this sort of shit, right? So you're not making a big difference to the people out there. In fact, What the governments have actually done here is they've got you off the streets arguing on a Facebook page in a virtual reality setting in which you are closed off into a small room. You're not doing anything. You're actually wasting your energy. And I know this. You think you sharing memes with each other on these Facebook pages is going to make a difference to them? No, it's not. That's the beauty. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's not going to make any fucking difference whatsoever. Because why are you arguing with each other about, flat Earth and having your energy sapped? They're selling off your land, they're poisoning your diets, they're talking shit, they're doing other things that governments do, and you're not aware of that. And also, you're not taking part in active life. So you're not helping the people out there who really need it. You're not talking to individuals in real life. You are in a room on a Facebook page in which you are closed off, cut off from the rest of the world. Because when you really look at it from outside your own fucking body, you can see that you're indoors, right? You're not outside, you're indoors. You're not even talking to a normal person outside. So you can make no difference. The people who are already in those virtual reality rooms are already there. So arguing with them doesn't make any fucking difference whatsoever. You're wasting your fucking time. And they know this. And the cult leaders, I can think of one person who says, oh, go over there and start trolling them. All right? When you do that, these cults out there with Facebook pages, what they tend to do is they consume your energy by making you waste your time. And then you run over to your little cult leader called Thomas, let's say, who might be a psychopath expert. And then he can babysit you and pretend to be the leader, oh, I'm like your daddy figure. Oh yeah, you should go over there and troll them. You're actually trolling something that's not even fucking real. That's how pathetic this actually is. You're consuming your own energy there. While you would be better outside talking to real people who could make a difference. Even making a video in front of a camera is probably better than actually, talking to these people online, because they're wasting your fucking time. And then you even get the pathetic people on the internet. These people say, oh, I'm shills. I'm a shill. They try to convince people that they're shills, right? The failures in life. That's one thing I need to mention. They too are wasting their time. What's beautiful about this, if there is a PSYOP going on here, it's very devious, because they're getting these trolls, these idiots online to do all the work without pay. Fucking beautiful, right? And also they're getting all the conspiracy theorists, all the people who would be a fucking pain in the ass on the street rioting or whatnot. I'm not saying you should riot, but I'm just saying going out and actually talking to real people making a difference. They've got these people trapped in a virtual reality setting in which they're indoors, away from the politicians, away from the people in charge, sitting on their fucking arse, doing nothing, arguing with people who are just taking the piss. Or even, sharing these satire, Facebook memes. Listen to me when I say this. You can overuse satire. Satire is good, but sometimes satire needs to be calmed down. There's a little devil in satire, and when it's overused, it actually corrupts itself. It actually makes you not look serious, but it also is very energy consuming. A satire is a form of spell, but it can be overused. You can't overuse these sort of stuff. I mean, obviously it's fun now and again to go and wind a flat earther up, but many of the cases you're actually not doing that. You're actually just arguing with somebody who is, talking to you, and you're just wasting each other's energy, really. That's all you're doing. Then you run away to your cult, and your father, called Thomas, who's a psychopath expert, will nurse you back together. It's very interesting, the fact that he was one of the first components of advertising this sort of stuff, and he probably knew that people would actually waste their time in there. It's just a virtual reality land, right? It's not like being outdoors. It's nothing like that. And then because you feel energy consumed, or you might think you're taking a piss or making a difference, you run back over him. Do you really think that you sharing these memes with these pages is having any effect on the politicians in charge? Do you really think NASA gives a fuck? I think NASA and the politicians have done a fucking marvellous job here. Yeah, fucking marvellous. They've tricked you into thinking that you're actually making a difference. They've put you in a box, away from the public. They've actually put the nutters in a single room here, a virtual reality room. In fact, somewhere where nobody will ever find them, in a box. They've locked you up in a loony bin on a Facebook page. That's the fucking beauty thing. You know, there might be big YouTubers make videos about this, taking a piss now and again, but you know, these videos get long forgot about eventually. Yeah, and then it all goes quiet, and then the same people go around arguing with each other over and over again, wasting each other's time. But the politicians have got the loonies in a box here, away from everybody else, and it's not even real life. Yeah, it's not even real life, so you are no threat at all. It's all about energy wars, this. And most people are not even able to recognize it for what it actually is. Now, I'm not saying that people like Thomas, for instance, are doing it on purpose. Maybe they don't realize what they're actually doing. But you're actually feeding the flat earth movement by doing this, because you are making people go down there to try to troll them or something. And what's actually happening is making it more popular to the psychotics and the people who might actually have some ability in the alternative media, but get consumed by this sort of nonsense, not able to recognize cults. They're also not able to realize when they're wasting their time. They're also not able to realize that these pages are not real life. Yeah. And as I said before, it's like being it's like, you know, the world, right? Just think of a Facebook page as a house with a door, with 4 walls, right? And you go into it and argue the toss with each other, share Facebook, you know, memes with each other pages. Say, look at this, I drew this of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's not going to see that from outside. Yeah, he's doing his own stuff outside. He's actually making a bigger difference to the fucking world than you guys would ever will. And you're actually causing the alternative media more damage by doing this, because you're not able to recognize when you are being deceived and misled. You're not able to recognize when you have a spell, a very powerful spell put on you, in which there's actually a delusion here that you're making a difference. How can you make a difference in a virtual reality world where you are trapped in just one part of the internet? How? The same nutters are going there anyway. There's but very few new people go over there, and when they do, they get bored and go away. All right. So you guys just wasting your time. You could actually be doing something much more great with your time. But the politicians know that you go in there, it doesn't make any difference. They're actually laughing at it because they think it's fucking hilarious. I'm sure that you know, they find it very hilarious that the trolls are actually doing all the work for free. That there's a few psychotics out there. There might be a few psychopaths working on it. I don't know. But on the whole, it just seems to me to be the perfect trap. It does actually seem to me to be the perfect trap, a virtual reality alternative world from the real one. And worse than that, it's just a room in that virtual reality. It's nothing more than that. And it makes no difference to reality whatsoever. You're making absolutely no difference, no matter how funny the memes are. It's no difference whatsoever. Just remember that. Just think about it. Look at yourself when you're doing it. I mean, I prefer to be outside climbing a mountain or talking to somebody real, maybe even on the internet now and again, talking to somebody real, rather than waste my time on a Facebook page that is just talking shit. And people say, well, it's a PSYOP and all this. It probably is, but I don't think the people originally started it are doing it anymore. I think they've actually done the work. And what they're actually doing now is they're getting the trolls and the malicious types of people who want to make a name for themselves to do all the work for fucking free. It's fucking beautiful. It's very well thought out, and people are not able to see it. It's an illusion. You've got an illusion against it. It's an illusion, and people are not able to see it. Look through the bullshit. When you actually argue with these flat earthers, see yourself for what you actually are. Are you really making a difference to the world? No. Are you wasting your time? Yes. You'll be better stopping people from stealing the land outside. You'll be better stopping people, you know, fencing off land, etc. But do whatever you like to do. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye for now. See you later.